captains for Malvern for tonight's game. Number 5, Bryson Barnes. Number 7, Justin James. Number 3, Marcel Bedford. And Ron, a young man that we picked tonight as our isolated player of the game, the Modern Care Medical isolated player of the game, is number 71, Colton Welch. Don't get me wrong, we would love, and first of all, let me preface that by saying Colton plays offensive line, he plays defensive line, he rarely leaves the field.
He punts, he is
also our punter. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Malvern score on every offensive series. Nonetheless, that's probably a little over-exuberant and in terms of expectations. Colton has done a nice job punting for the Leopards this year and has done a great job of kind of turning that field over when Malvern's not able to punch it in the end.
It sounds like Mary Laverne just tells me that the Ashdown Panthers have broken out a special uniform for our Malvern Leopards tonight. So
Ron, that plays a little bit into what Coach Fogelman talked about in terms of overcoming the emotion that the Panthers are going to bring into this ball game. When they came into Malvern last year, they were fully expecting a victory. They were undefeated at that time. Unscored on. The Leopards really and honestly put it to them.
Yeah.
Ashdown in all black, of course, Leopards in the visiting white. Leopards getting set to kick off. Jesus Torres is the kicker from Malvern. We heard in the pregame the coach does not plan to allow them a return tonight, so we can probably get a sky kick as Torres gets it away. Short kick, fielded at the 35. Tackle made shortly thereafter, up at the 39-yard line, and that's where Ashdown will start 1st and 10.
Leopards go out there on the field with not an attitude, but they go out there and they really look like they're ready to play. I think the coaches have talked about this game, not as much about Ashdown as it is to step up, play big in a big game, and this is a big game. This is one that, like they said, it's got some statewide interest in it, and we'll see how the Leopards go.
Raylon Hubbard, the quarterback for Ashdown, sets up in shotgun, takes the snap, fakes to the left, throws right, got a man down the right sideline, overshoots him. He was looking for Parrish Guillory, and Guillory can't come up with it. It looks like he got turned the wrong direction, and pass goes incomplete to 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they're going to run that spread offense, and they caught the Leopards just a little bit out of sync and not quite ready, but they're back in that spread.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun, takes the snap. Fake give. Hubbard, the play, Leopards recover at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's where we started off last week, and once again, Quante Walker right there. A bad exchange between the quarterback and the tailback, and Walker's right there to jump all over it. Wanted a pick six. Wanted a scoop and score, but did a great job of making sure he had the ball. So the Leopards take over on, and I can see a 36. Right.
Fifth right, split left for the Leopards. Warford working out a shotgun. One man set to his left. Give up the middle. Jakiri Dupree up over the 35 to the 34-yard line. Gets a horrible spot on the near sideline. But the Leopards will gain about 2 on the play to make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, the main thing on that first play is get some positive yardage and get the little offensive line in there. And as we talked before, big old number 50, the junior, a big junior, Trey Broughton he's out there, looks like he's going to play that offensive tackle on the left side.
Justin James entered the game as well. Full backfield for the Leopards. One man split to either side as Warford takes a snap, drops straight back under pressure, and he is going to be dropped back at the 40-yard line.
That once again, right there, you see the speed of these Panthers from Ashdown. They are really quick off of that defensive line. Our offensive line will close their gaps, and they'll make adjustments.
Leopards now facing a 3rd down and long.
Yeah.
Ball spotted just inside, or outside rather, the Panther 40-yard line. Just joining us, game just underway. Leopards recovered a fumble on the opening series. 10:50 to go here in the first quarter. The Leopards trying to get on the scoreboard. Warford takes the snap, has some pressure, escapes one man, but he is going to be dropped at about the 39-yard line. And, well, looks like they're going to spot him back at the 40. We'll wait and see which spot they go with. It is going to be right at the 40.
Well, what Ashdown's doing early, they're sending some stunts and some people that we didn't quite pick up, and that was a situation right there that they had a linebacker come through, basically untouched, and Austin was under heat before it did. New quarterback.
Dalton Holman in for the Leopards, takes a step back, full backfield, going to pooch punt. And it bounds at the 5 and takes a Leopard roll, barely rolls into the end zone. Good kick by Holman, doesn't work out for the Leopards. And Ashdown will get the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I think as advertised, we definitely saw the speed of this Ashdown defense. They are really, they're as quick off the ball and across the line as any team we've seen this year or last year, whatever. It's if that first series is any indication. Leopards will make some. One thing about Coach Baker, Coach Darrell Baker's been doing this a long time on that offensive line. They'll close some gap and make some adjustments, and I fully expect them to do well in the second series.
Hubbard up under center now, takes a snap, give up the middle. Good running room for Ashdown up to the 25-yard line. David Burns on the carry.
David Burns run right smack into Kalen Burks, and Burks brought him down right there with about a 6-yard gain that could have gone a long ways.
Hubbard again going to set up under center, tie formation, one man split to either side, two tight ends in for Ashdown. Give, trying to find room up the middle is Ashdown, and they do. It's going to be enough for a first down up to the 34-yard line.
You know, Mike, that's something that Coach Fogelman talked about. You don't know what they're going to do. They come in that tight. They come out that first series wide open, quick, spread the ball around. Now they're back in that tight Ashdown formation we've seen year in, year out.
Hubbard again up under center. Takes a snap. Give up the middle. This time very little running room for David Burns. He'll get up over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Pick up of a couple, maybe 3 on the play.
Host of Leopards in there on the play. One of which would be Devin Kirk, the junior, is playing quite a bit, and Devin's really stepped up and played well.
Hubbard again under center, one receiver to either side. Fakes the give. Hubbard on the keeper up over the 40-yard line, and it's going to be, they're going to call a horse collar. I don't believe that it was.
So I don't, surely they can't head hold of his arm. No, they cannot. That's got to be a hold on or something on the backside from Ashdown.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. There were 2 flags thrown. One I can see from here was thrown right at the 40-yard line. Way on the head official. They're going to call it a face mask against Ashdown. Not sure what happened there. Unless the offensive player got a hold of the face mask.
Well, what will happen too? They'll call a face mask if the offensive player cannot put his hands up into the face of a defensive player, and they'll call that face mask or face guarding. And there's just no way it could have been a horse call or anything against the Leopard because, quite honestly, it was behind the play, Mike. And
penalty. The gain was to the 45-yard line. Penalty moves it back to the 35. Still showing second down on the marker, so second down and 9 for Ashdown as Hubbard comes in with the play for the Panthers.
Just got a note passed up here from Mary Laverne. They've got their special uniforms, allegedly for an all-black for the Malvern Leopard funeral. That's what they think.
Fake the give up the middle. Hubbard under pressure in the backfield. He's brought down back inside the 30. Back at the 27-yard line.
Well, Trent blocks back there from his linebacker spot. He goes in there because, number one, our defensive tackle on the left side and defensive end taking care of their men, and it frees him up to go through there and throws him for a big loss. Big third down and, Mikey, about 14?
15 yards approximately for the first down. They spot the ball at the 30, giving forward progress to that point. Twins right, split left for the Panthers. Hubbard sets up in shotgun, takes a snap. Leopards with some pressure. Hubbard escapes, now looks to throw it downfield. It is complete, and that's going to be a first down for the Panthers up to the 45-yard line. Hubbard did a good job finding the open man there under pressure.
Yeah, he did. He threw it up, and there was a guy there to run under it, and Leopards had a lot of pressure on him, just couldn't quite contain him there in the backfield, and Ashdown converts a long 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15 to a 1st and 10 here, and they're trying to cross Leopard territory. If you just joined the 7:55 left here in the first quarter, we're in a nothing ball game.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Panthers snap the ball, give up the middle, and gain up to the 49-yard line. David Burns on the carry.
Coming in from his defensive end, so Tyler Wright, Isaac Wright, who continually plays well over there on that right defensive side, and does an outstanding job of on the run and rushing the passer.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Has one back set up to his right. Gets a good snap. And running back hit immediately. David Burns dropped back inside the 45. We'll call it the 44-yard line.
Devin Kirk's back there all over him, and really played havoc with that pitch back. Another big 3rd down conversion that the Ashdowns needs to make, and the Leopards need to stop here early in this ball game.
Third down and we'll call it 10 and a half. As Hubbard again sets up in shotgun. Twins right, split left. Takes a snap. Looking to his left. Throws over the middle. Pass incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down for Ashdown.
Had a little bit too much time and just short ordered one out there to a man in the flat, but nice coverage by the Leopards. The Leopards had all of the receivers in front of them, and even if that ball is completed, Mike, it's not going to go for 1st and 10.
Ashdown sets up to punt. 2 men deep for Malvern. Good snap. The kick is away. Nice high punt. Going to be fielded. Well, no, rather let go at around the 15-yard line, and that's where it's going to be down. Leopards got a great starting field position on their first drive. This time they're going to have about 85 yards to go. As the offense comes back out onto the field. 6:27 to go here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game.
Well, you know, it's one of these situations you can talk about speed, but to you actually get on the field with it, Mike, they'll make the adjustments as they go. They'll stay in their lanes better, and they'll take better angles.
Ball spotted just inside the 15-yard line of Malvern. Warford going to work out a shotgun. One man set up behind him. Twins right, split left. Now they bring a man in motion. Give up the middle. Flag comes down. And that looks to be more than likely against the Leopards unless somebody was lined up off sides for Ashdown.
We'll see what the call is.
Still waiting on the signal from the head official.
Looks like it's going to be a 5-yarder against the Leopards, and we're giving it the home signal.
It is a 5-yard penalty. Assume it's an illegal procedure or a false start against Malvern. Ball moves back to around the 10-yard line and brings up 1st and 15. Warford working out a shotgun, brings a man in motion once again. Give up the middle, Dupree. Dupree with a big gain on 1st down as he gets over the 15-yard line. Up over the 10-yard line.
Dupree did a good job coming in there behind big old number 70, Justin Danner, the junior, the 270-pound, 6'3" junior. Justin's, they say 5'10", but he sure looks taller than 5'10" to me. But he's a big kid, good blocker.
Gain of a couple on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 13. Warford again working out of shotgun, takes the snap. Fakes the give. Throw underneath, complete to Dalton Holman. Holman slips as he goes to make a cut. But he will have a good gain up over the 20-yard line. It's going to leave the Leopards about a yard, maybe two shy of the first.
Holman did a great job there of delaying a little bit, coming out of the off his tight end spot, went into the open area, and Justin hit him with a perfect pass and just missed his footing a little bit.
Brings up third down, about a yard and a half for Malvern. 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Leopards on their second offensive series. One man split to either side as Warford's going to set up under center rather. Give up the middle, and Hardiman hit immediately back at the 20-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down for the Leopards.
Boy, Roddy Hartfield, 187-pound senior linebacker, really did. They got him as a defensive lineman. Boy, he really shot through there quick. Somebody missed a block.
Leopards punt team comes out onto the field as the Leopards face a fourth down and 4. Ball at their own 20-yard line, and this is where isolated player of the game, Colton Welch, comes into play. Welch gets a high snap, fields it cleanly, gets the ball away. Great punt. Fielded back at the 44-yard line. Good coverage by the Leopards, and tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Well, when Welch kicks the ball that high and that long, and the thing about it, you hear it all the time, hang time, hang time. That was a tall ball, and the nice thing the Leopards didn't do that time, Mike, they've done in the past, is overrun the coverage. And they got down there, held their lanes, and held them basically to no gain. So once again, the Panthers take off against the Leopards with a little bit better field position.
Ball spotted at the 48-yard line as Hubbard works out a shotgun. Twins to either side. One back in the backfield alongside him. Takes a snap, looks to his right, throwing. Near side, pass is incomplete. Was looking for number 81, Parrish Guillory.
Well, what the Leopards have done so far is what Coach Fogelman really wanted to do. They wanted them to throw the ball. They watched them against Robinson and not Robinson. Who did they play last week? Anyway, Bauxite, I believe.
Bauxite,
they threw the ball a lot, and that's what Coach Fogelman really wants to force them to do.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun, takes a snap, give underneath, and good Malvern defense there as David Burns could not find any running room. He gets about a half yard, brings up third down and 9.
Isaac Wright, the big old sophomore defensive right end, comes slamming in there with a lot of help from old Quante Walker, our senior linebacker, running back, and did a good job.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun, fumbles the snap, has some pressure, throws underneath, pass complete at the 49. Leopards make the tackle up at their own 44-yard line. It's going to be very near a first down.
Wow, what another spot. Come on, guys. I mean, wow.
It brings up fourth down. I said very near. I had a bad angle there. Brings up fourth and a yard, and Hubbard working out a shotgun as Ashdown appears to be going for it. Here inside 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yeah. Now Hubbard walks towards the sideline, gets a signal from the officials, or from his coaches rather.
Everybody on the coaches and everybody.
They're going to let the clock run down and take a timeout.
Yeah.
They're going to take a timeout here. 2:41 to go in the first quarter. No score. When we come back, Ashdown facing fourth down and 1. We'll be back in just a moment. Back at Ashdown, where the Leopards and Panthers tied up at 0. Ashdown has the football at the Malvern 44-yard line, facing a fourth down and 1.
Malvern's facing an Ashdown team in all black. They're cold. It's like the LSU. It's purple and gold. So coaching staff and everybody's in black in honor of Malvern ball game tonight. I'll call it honor.
Ashdown sets up, looking to throw right side. Pass is incomplete. Leopards will take over on downs at their own 44.
Well, once again, the Leopards forced Ashdown to do what they wanted to do. They forced them to to pass the ball, and that's what they really want to do. So Leopards defense just needs to find something, get something going against this really quick and aggressive Ashdown offense.
Leopards need to avoid the penalties. 5-yard penalty on the last drive hurt them pretty badly. Well, two receivers split the right, one left. Two backs in the backfield alongside Warford. 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Warford looking to throw, far side, pass complete, screen pass to Dupree. Dupree up over the 45 and brought down at around the 48-yard line. Good gain on 1st down, Ron.
Well, not only that, but you and I talked about on the way down here on the road trip down that there's things you do to offset the speed and the aggressiveness of this defense of the Panthers, and that's to run some screens, let them through, do some quick hitters, and that's exactly what Coach Fogelman called up on that one. We expect to see a lot more of that.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's 2nd and 6. Warford brings a man in motion. Now sends him back out. Warford looking to throw, has some pressure. Right side, looking for the right sideline pass, incomplete.
Desjardins down there on the route, number 2 from the with the aforementioned Panthers.
Logan Mounts.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was Tejon Peg.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But anyway, showed a lot of speed there. I mean, he was well covered. But you got to stretch him out. You got to show him that you're willing to throw that ball deep, and that's what the Leopard did.
Javante Jones comes into the ball game for the Leopards, facing 3rd down and 6. Ball at their own 48-yard line, full backfield, or rather 2 backs in the backfield alongside Warford. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Warford drops straight back, avoids the pressure, going to keep it. He's got the 1st down as he crosses the 45 of Ashdown.
Oh, what a terrible spot.
It's still going to be a 1st down despite the terrible spot. They're going to lose another half yard as the referee walks it in.
What a rotten spot. I know Steve Laverne's right here down below us, and they're filming this, and take a look at that Channel 13 tomorrow. Nonetheless, it is a 1st and 10, but not by much. Anyway, Leopards really converted a big 3rd down then by using Warford's feet, and I expect to see lots more of that too, don't you, Mike?
Absolutely. Twins left, split right. Warford again working out a shotgun. Brings Bedford in motion. Give up the middle. Dupree up over the 45, up to about the 42-yard line. Pick up of a couple on the play to bring up 2nd and 8.
Well, what the Leopards are doing now, picking up 1st 10s, and that's what Coach Fogelman talked about, what he really wants to do. He wants to keep our offense out there, make good, long, sustained drives, and just keep the show this defense that we can move it on them, and not worry that much about their offense, but just show this defense that we can take it to them.
Full backfield. Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap. Give underneath, big gain, big 1st down for the Leopards as Jakiri Dupree carries it inside the 30-yard line.
Well, when you sell out your linebackers, and this is what something that you'll see that Ashdown's doing, they're really putting a lot of pressure, and they'll have as many as 9 men are up in the box, and they're coming from all directions, and you pop that out to the other side, and you got some running room. Dupree really did a good job of finding that slide hole out off that left tackle.
Bedford split to the far side, and split the near side is Khalid Don. Full backfield again. Fake to give. Now Warford throws underneath. Pass complete to Justin James. He'll get up to about the 25-yard line.
Nice tackle.
I said Justin James. I had the wrong player there. That is Marcel Bedford.
Bedford was hit hard by Nick McInnes.
No, I take it back. He was Justin James. I was right the first time.
Yeah, I thought it was Justin. Picked up a couple yards and held on to the ball that could have been jarred loose. Nice job, Justin James.
Trips left, split right. One man in the backfield along with Warford, and that's Dupree. Give to Dupree up the middle. Up over the 25. They're going to spot him, I believe, at the 23-yard line. Leave the Leopards with about a 3rd down and 4. Ron, that brings us to the end of the first quarter.
Fast-moving first quarter.
No score here in the ball game. Leopards and Ashdown tied up here at 0. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football. Once again, we'll return to Ashdown. Leopards and Panthers tied up at 0. Into the first quarter. Leopards on the move, have the ball at the 23-yard line of Ashdown. We've got a whistle before the teams get the line of scrimmage. Not sure what's going on there. Leopards are going to have, Ron, a 3rd down and 4. You've got to think, and we go back to what Coach Fogelman, Ron, wanted to force Ashdown to do is throw the football, and the biggest way to do that is put them in a hole.
Put them in a hole and stuff the running game, and that's what the interior, the defensive line's done.
Full backfield for the Leopards, and then again a stop of the clock. Now we're, I think, set for play as Warford works out a shotgun. Gives Dupree left side, and Dupree's going to be wrapped up back around the 25. Is going to bring up 4th down for the Leopards.
Well, once again, a play that's a little misdirection play that you just see all of the speed that the Ashdown players have. It's going to be an important field goal here as Jesus Torres goes on for a field goal to get this thing off and protect him because this oncoming rush from these Panthers.
The holder, Jay Golden, sets up at the 33. It'll make this a 43-yard attempt for Jesus Torres. The kick is away, and it is short. Just short. And so the Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was one of those situations, just might have been a little bit out of his range, didn't get a good, clean hit on it, and
it looked like the snap was a little low, may have gotten away from Jake and could have affected Torres. We've seen that he has the leg to kick that far. Unfortunately, didn't work out for the Leopards.
Leopard defense called on once again to stop the Panthers down here in their own territory, taking over. They'll take over on their own 26.
Hubbard working out of shotgun, twins left, split right, looking throw, near side screen pass, and complete up over the 30. Good coverage from there on the reception for Ashdown was Roy Jenton, and that's one of the guys that Coach talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, something you don't see very often. Trent Block overran a player. He had him there in the background, and he is so quick and so aggressive. The receiver was able to sidestep him and pick up 8 yards.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Give underneath. Great play there by the Malvern Leopards as Trey Broughton.
Yeah.
Makes a big play to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Broughton stands in there, and he's a good size, big kid in there, and Broughton, along with Mason Morgan, really plugging up that middle.
Brings up 3rd down and a couple for Ashdown. Hubbard takes a snap, rolling to his right. Broughton's has some room, but chooses to throw. It'll bring up 4th down as the pass goes incomplete.
Once again, we keep talking about it. I hate to be redundant, but the Leopards are forcing these Panthers to do what they don't like to do, and they're quite honestly so far shown they're not really good at is throwing the ball because.
Well, quite honestly, I thought Hubbard had the 1st down if he just ran it.
Yeah, I did too.
Nonetheless, they're going to set up to punt. Vincent Webb, the punter, gets a good snap, gets the kick away. Nice spiral kick, going to be let go by the Leopards and bounds at the 25-yard line. That's where the Leopards will take over 1st and 10.
Once again, the Leopards defense steps up and makes a stop. Fixing to take ball here, take over the ball. What do you say, Mike? On their own
25.
On their own 25-yard line. Yeah, just short of it. 9:51 left here in the first half. 0-0 in a slugfest here between two defenses that, quite honestly, looks to me like the Leopards are winning so far.
Twins left, split right as Warford works out a shotgun, takes. Give near side, Hardiman up over the 25-yard line, and gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Hardiman trying to get outside and show some of that speed he showed us last week when he broke away, and he's a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical runner, as Coach Fogelman said in the coaches show. The better he does, the more touches he's going to get, and we expect to see some more Tim Hardiman. Plus, that's an awful good compliment to old number 34, Dupree.
2nd down, 9 for the Leopards as they come to the line of scrimmage. Warford again working out a shotgun, takes a snap, looking.
He's open.
He is hit, lets the pass go, incomplete. It looked to be a screen pass, but I tell you what, Ashdown got the pressure on so fast, Ron, that Warford didn't even have time for the screen to set up.
They are quick from that linebacker spot. we keep bragging about the speed of their linebackers. What they're doing, though, too, Mike, they're running their linebackers, they're switching their linebackers, and putting them down as offensive linemen, defensive linemen. These are some of the smallest defensive linemen we've seen. Number 5 out there is a 168-pound defensive end that's just led the state in sacks last year, number 5.
Warford working out a shotgun. 3rd down and 9 for the Leopards. Looking to throw near side. Has a man on the sidelines looking for Dawn, and it is incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 9 for the Leopards. They're going to have to punt it away.
Just overthrew him a little bit. It had been a perfect throw and a perfect catch for Dejon Dawn to get there, and couldn't quite make the connection. So once again, the Leopards are going to punt on the 4th down and bring that modern care isolated player, big old number 71, into play, and Colton Welch back to punt. 10 seconds left here. The Leopards are either going to have to hurry this one, or they're going to have to take a timeout, or they're going to run out of time.
And it looks like the Leopards will take a timeout.
Yeah.
9:05 to go here in the first half of play. Still no score. Leopards at Ashdown. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football. Once again, we'll return to Ashdown. The Leopards and Panthers tied up at 0. No score in the ball game. 9:03 go here in the first half of play as the Leopards get set to punt. Colton Welch sets up at his own 11-yard line. Return man set up at his 43.
This is where the Ashdown's really dangerous on these returns.
Welch angles it towards the sideline at the 40-yard line. Return man looking for room along the sideline is brought down just inside the Leopard side of midfield. On the return for Ashdown was number 9, Roy Jetton.
Nice job there to come in from behind side and stay with him. Quincy White came in there and really laid a lick on him. Nonetheless, the Panthers are winning the battle of field position here, starting inside Leopard territory at what, Mikey? About that 49, you say?
Yes, sir. One Twins left, split right as Hubbard works out a shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Give up the middle, hit immediately, but able to gain a couple of yards for the Panthers is David Burns. He'll get up to about the 47-yard line, gain of a couple, 2nd and 8.
We continue to talk about the excellent play of Isaac Wright from out here on this defensive right end, and they run to what he does. He slows him down, turns him in right into big old Trey Broughton, the 290-pound 6'2 junior.
I was incorrect on the spot. It was a gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Again, Hubbard working out a shotgun. His trips left, split right now. One man in the backfield set up to his right. And Hubbard runs the option far side, looking for running room. And Leopards do a good job of covering the field on the corner. A gain of a couple on the play to bring up 3rd down and 7-8 yards.
Devin Kirk did a really good job of penetrating over there from the left side and made the quarterback make a decision a little bit quicker than he wanted to, because he was all over him, almost had him for a loss, and then the rest of the Leopards, the left side stepped up and stopped him basically for a short gain. Big 3rd down.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun. This time trips left, split right, fakes the give. Hubbard on the keeper near side. Leopards going to make the tackle shy of the 1st down at about the 39-yard line. It's going to leave him about a yard shy of the first. Thought there could have been a hold on the near receiver. Doesn't get called. The Malvern crowd was looking for it. Nonetheless, they're going to bring up 4th down again. Surely not going to bring the chains out. I mean, that's so blatantly obvious. I don't know how you couldn't know.
Once the quarterback really showed how dangerous he can be with the run.
They're a yard shy of the first, and they have shown a propensity to go for it on 4th down. I believe, Ron, this will be their third attempt, assuming that they leave the offense in. Of course, they've had good field position and been in position to do that.
Yeah, when you're inside your opponent's 40, and it's not quite as risky. It's risky, but it's not quite as of a disaster if you don't make it, particularly the way they've slowed down and stopped this Leopard offense so far.
Hubbard working now under center. Keeps it himself. It looks like he will have the 1st down. as he gets inside the 43.
Yeah, nice quick hit there by Raylan Hubbard, the 6'1", 182-pound senior quarterback.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Again, no score here in the first quarter. 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go, or in the half, rather. Hubbard working out a shotgun, takes a snap, looks to his right, flags come down prior to the snap.
Yeah, you make the point there's 7 minutes left here, and then the half in a very, very fast-moving ball game.
The penalty will go against Ashdown, 5-yard penalty. Moves them back to the 43-yard line, brings up 1st down 15.
And what is quite easily called a defensive struggle so far, Mike.
Yeah, you look at the battlefield position. Ashdown has had that advantage for the majority of the night. Trips right, split left as Hubbard works out a shotgun. Leopard showing blitz as Hubbard takes a snap. Looks like there may have been movement again.
Yeah. Looked like number 23, David Burns, for the Panthers really wanted to take off and was leaning. It's one thing that you see some in junior high and in high school back. Sometimes they call those leans, Mike, and sometimes they can't. Defensive players love to watch them lean because they can tell which way the play's going.
There's still 1st down, although it was announced, I believe, as 3rd down. 1st down and 20. As the Panthers come back to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the Malvern 48-yard line. Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Trips right, split left, takes a snap. Give underneath, trying to get to the outside is the running back, Burns, and he'll be dropped at the 44-yard line of Malvern. Brings up 2nd down and long.
Justin James in on the play there, and then coming all the way from his safety spot. Kid that's really played well last week, really stepped up and played well this week, Marcel Bedford.
No huddle for the Panthers as they come back to the line of scrimmage. Hubbard has plenty of time, looking to throw, right side, throws over the middle towards one man. They're going to say incomplete. The ball hit the ground, brings up 3rd and long for Ashdown. Didn't really think when he threw that ball the young man had a chance, but Devon Sanders made a good play to try to pick it up. Nonetheless, it goes incomplete.
Yeah, one of the defensive Coach Scarborough actually told me that they have a tendency for the quarterback, Raymond Hubbard, to throw that ball up to an area, then with the speed just have the receiver run to the ball rather than a set route. They'll throw to an area and let the ball player try to run under it.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun, twins to either side, drops straight back, has some pressure. Throws over the middle, pass complete to the 40-yard line, but Wells about 13 yards shy of the first. It'll bring up 4th down for the Panthers, and it looks like they're going to go for it again.
Well, Johnny on the spot there was Jared Walker, their sophomore, 6-foot sophomore. They got him out there playing at a corner and just did a good job there.
5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Now it looks like the Panthers may punt it. They do have twins set up to either side. Leopards have nobody deep as the punt gets away, nearly blocked. And it will bound around the 20-yard line inside the Malvern 20. Leopards are going to get the ball with 5:11 to go here in the half.
Yeah, and with a long ways to go. The ball's inside the...
you might as well not look at the scoreboard.
Okay.
They hadn't had it right all night.
Well, they don't have the ball on the... Okay.
Looks like the ball's going to be set up at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I see it there. There you got ball on the 0. Yeah, Don Baker can help us make that call down there.
It's Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, ball at their own 11-yard line. Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap. Keeper, right side, Warford. Up over the 15 to the 7, up over the 10 to the 13-yard line.
Nice move there to pick up 3 or 4 yards, to get a little breathing room, and give the offense just a little bit more room to operate out of.
Gain of a couple on the play, brings up 2nd and 8. Dejour Dawn comes in the game, as does Marcel Bedford. Javante Jones going split to the far side, has another receiver with him. It's going to be twins to both sides as Warford works out a shotgun, takes a snap, drops straight back. Now going to keep it up the middle, shakes one man, shakes another. He's got wings room at the 30, and he's going to go out of bounds. Should be a late hit it. The flag finally comes in.
Wow.
Warford was hit 2 yards out of bounds. That's going to be another 15 for the Leopards.
Flagrant late hit, but we'll just call him out. Number 2, that's Javon Pegg, 5'9", 155-pound junior. I mean, absolutely 2 steps out of bounds and laid into him.
Warford, fortunately, was not hurt on the play. Actually, I believe kept his feet throughout the play, but was hit a couple of yards out of bounds.
Yeah.
And the penalty is going to move the ball well up the field, up to the 48-yard line of the Leopards. Brings up 1st and 10. Leopards looking to get on the board. 4:20 to go here in the first half. Still no score. This has been a defensively controlled ball game.
Ashdown coaching staff's really not too happy with Kajon because he's over there on the bench and going to set out a series or two, I imagine.
Twins left, one man split the right. Justin James set up in a not really a slot position. Nonetheless, fake the give, looking near side, far sideline, Ashdown gone. Can't catch up with it. He was open, and I think he was about a half step shy.
Well, he started out to do a post and then did a in and out and turned the post into a sideline headed for about the 10-yard line, and once again, just a couple steps, he was behind his defender, and Leopards just haven't quite hit the stride again with that passing game like they did early in the season. But with an arm like he's got, we expect him to start hitting something.
2nd down 10 for the Leopards. Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, hit immediately. Warford, fortunately, able to keep his feet for a moment, gets back to the 41-yard line. He was hit back at the 40.
Well, he's hit again by Glendon Bobo, the 5'11", 168-pound defensive end that led the state in tackles last year. And you wonder, if I have a good notion that somebody's going to put a hat on, Coach Baker's going to have somebody put a hat on number 7, number 5, and know where he is all the time.
Brings up 3rd down and 16 for the Leopards as they come back to the line of scrimmage.
Panthers in a 3-man front.
Warford, bad snap, picks it up, now scrambling, looking, throwing, over the middle, he's got Dejour Dawn at the 40. And that's a 1st down for the Leopards.
Well, something's good had happened there, and
Warford made something out of nothing there.
That's what I was going to say. My daddy used to say, you can make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, and Justin just did it. Ball on the ground and picked it up, kept his cool, and found Don coming across the middle for just enough for that 1st and 10.
3:18 to go here in the half. Leopards at the Ashdown 40-yard line. As deep as they've been in a while. Warford working out a shotgun, trips right, split left. Warford takes a snap, give up the middle, Dupree up over the 40, and he'll get to the 39-yard line. Gain of a yard on the play, makes 2nd and 9.
Yeah, if the Leopards could make something happen here at the end of the first half and then take that ball again, starting the third quarter, and run that second half and make something good happen.
Bedford comes out for the Leopards. Justin James onto the field.
I think scores are going to be at a premium tonight, Mikey.
Warford working out of a short shotgun set, takes a snap, looking right side, flag comes in, probably going to be a hold against the Leopards as Warford scrambles up to the 38-yard line. Clock stops with 2:21 to go in the half. Rarely does a flag from that area work for the offense. It's going to be a face mask against the Leopards.
Yeah, I believe they were trying to, there was 2 of them honestly trying to slow this Glendon Bobo down, and evidently got a mask up, and it's from the spot of the the infraction also. Brings up a big, long second down and
20.
20.
Ball spotted at midfield as Leopards come back to the line of scrimmage. Need to get up over the 30-yard line of Ashdown to get the first down as Warford works out a shotgun. Takes a snap. Fakes the give. Going to keep it. Cuts. Has running room up over the 45 to the 44. It looked like he was going to break that one, and Ashdown able to contain it and run. Once again, Bobo on the tackle came from the right defensive end spot to make it on the left side of the field.
Bobo is all over the field. He's as good as advertised. He's not a big kid. If you'd look at him out there, you'd look at number 5, you'd think, well, there's really nothing special about him. He plays all this with great desire, great want to play, great. I mean, his motor must be running 150 all the time because he can really go.
Third down 14 for the Leopards as they come to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of pressure. Warford fakes a man. Now he's going to be dropped back on the Leopard side of midfield. And good play there for Ashdown. It's like number 24, C.J. Gooden, and he gets up rather gingerly. Nonetheless, he goes off the field in his own power, and the Leopards are going to be facing a fourth down.
Well, Gooden and Bobo have really played havoc with the putting pressure on Warford tonight. And I'll tell you one thing about this Malvern coaching staff, they make as good adjustments at halftime as any bunch we've been around. So we expect something to be changed now. Whether for the good or the better, we expect for the better. And of course, the Ashdown coaches are going to make adjustments too.
Depending on which clock you're looking at, a minute 15, minute 16 to go here in the half. Still no score, as both offenses have had a hard time finding their
rhythm or
really
any
anything.
success. Yeah, it's a tribute to both defenses.
Colton Welch on to punt for the Leopards. He sets up back at the 34-yard line as he awaits the snap. Good snap, and Welch gets it away. Nice long kick. Angle towards the sideline. Fielded at the 12. Trying to get to the outside is the return man. He'll be dropped back at the 5-yard line. Great coverage there by the Leopards.
Yeah, there's a host of Leopards down there. Dupree was down there. Bryston Barnes and Jesus, well, that wasn't Torres. I got the wrong number. Must have been, anyway, a bunch of them down there.
Ashdown's going to start out at their 5-yard line. 1st and 10, a minute 3 to go here in the half. Again, no score. And this is dangerous territory if you've got the ball offensively.
Yeah, don't expect much. Of course, you never know if this Ashdown bunch.
Hubbard sets up under center. Takes a snap. Hubbard going to keep it up the middle. Gets a little bit. Maybe a couple on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
I believe Ashdown's going to be content to go into this one, play this second half for the win, and along with the Leopards, the good thing is, like we said before, Leopards do get the ball, receive the ball. Let's start this third quarter. And
can't relax here, though, Ron.
Not with this speed, you can't.
This is a team that, although they hadn't shown it offensively, they've got the speed to score in a hurry. Hubbard going to step up under center with about 10 seconds to go on the play clock.
So we expect him to go deep here, I would think, because he's going to let it run down.
Hubbard takes snap, keeps it again, and if the Panthers decide to, they will not have to run again. Now we've got a timeout on the field, and it looks like Ashdown is going to take a timeout.
That's a Malvern timeout. Coach Scarborough is over there trying to call timeout, and then they missed him by about 6 seconds, I think.
It is going to be a Leopard timeout. 10 seconds to go here in the half. And fortunately, I believe they're going to signal the press box crew to put some additional time on the clock. And Ron, probably a good strategy on the Malvern offense. They do move it back to 15 seconds. If nothing else, Ron, if you can force this team to punt it, you can put it in the hands of a playmaker.
That's true.
You never know.
That's true.
Again, no score here at Ashdown. It's been a defensive struggle. Both offenses have moved the ball decently from 20 to 20.
Yeah,
but that's been about it.
Well, and then, like I say, I realize now it's third down, so that's why Coach Scarborough wanted that timeout, because we still have another one, and anything can happen. And
you can get a fumble snap, all kinds of stuff. Here. The Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. They're going to set up with one wide out to either side. Hubbard's going to set up under center, one back in the backfield. Probably going to see Hubbard keep again, but we'll see. Now he does turn and give to his tailback, who breaks a good run.
That's Hubbard.
Oh, it is Hubbard. I take that back. Hubbard keeps it. He goes up over the 20 and gets the first down.
Yeah, that's
going to stop the clock for the chains to move. It's 1st and 10 for Ashdown.
That play took 2 seconds somehow. It went from 15 to 13 seconds, and wow.
Once again, it makes you appreciate it.
10 seconds. Now they put 10 down to 10 seconds. So
makes you appreciate our Malvern press box crew.
Best press box crew in the state, bar none.
Twins to either side. Hubbard alone in the backfield. You got to imagine he's going deep here. Justin James showing blitz, but he backs off. Throw underneath. Flag comes down as the tackle's made at the 25. It's going to be a false start, more than likely, against Ashdown. And the Leopards may just decline this and go into halftime.
Well, I believe it.
Well, actually, a false start. It's a dead ball foul. You have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Again, no score here as we, I think, are at the end of the first half. Both teams are going to the locker room. No score here at Ashdown. Leopards will get the ball to start the second half. Once again, we return to Ashdown. Mike Chance, Ron McNamara with you as we get set for the second half of play. The Leopards will receive the opening kickoff here in the second half.
You know, and we've talked continually this year, last year, and on about the playability and the adjustments that Coach Johnny Fogelman can make, and he's got a great offensive mind. And I think after talking to the coaches, spend a little time with the coaches that's been up high like we are, he sees a different ball game than we see, Mikey. I mean, he's excellent at picking some things, finding some things that the Leopards can do. If there's a weakness in this defense for these Panthers, Coach Fogelman will probably find, or we'll find it here in the second half. We're about ready for kickoff.
Leopards set to return the opening kickoff of the second half. Yet to see Ashdown kick. I have no idea about the leg of this kicker. It is a good kick. Going to be fielded back inside the 5. Over the 10, 15, and the return up over the 25 to the 26-yard line. That's where the Leopards will start 1st and 10.
And to quote our absent friend this year that we hope to join us for a game or two, Johnny Gibbs, anytime you start the ball outside of the 20, you got great field position. Leopards will start from, they say, their own 27. Same offensive sets and lineup we started into the second half with, Mike.
Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. Trips right, split left. Warford brings 2 men in motion. Now one goes split back out. Warford looking to throw. Near side has a man underneath. In and out of the hands of Bryson Barnes at the 34-yard line. Can't come up with it, and that'll leave the Leopards with a 2nd and 10.
Austin put some heat on that ball and hit him in the hands, and those are catchable balls. Those are the balls that the Leopards catch every day in practice. They practice that, and they're going to have to concentrate and watch it in. That would have been a 7.5, 8-yard game.
Not a big rush from Ashdown on that play. Full backfield for the Leopards. Warford sets up in shotgun. Give off the right side to Hardiman, and he's dropped immediately.
Well, I tell you what, this Glendon Bobo, number 5 for these Ashdown Panthers, gets in there really quick. He had that one stopped 4 yards deep before the ball player ever got started. He is just quick as a cat.
Brings up 3rd and long for the Leopards. We'll call it 3rd down and about 16. Leopards need to get up over the 36-yard line for a first. Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap, drops straight back, has some pressure, avoids it. Now going to keep it. He's got running room across the 30, stays on his feet at the 40. He's got the first down. Stays on his feet, tiptoes out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Well, we talked at the break coming into this, and we thought we might see Austin using his legs a little bit more, and that was a situation where that he had some coverage, had some pressure. The pocket broke down, and he took off, and that's where this kid's so dangerous.
Great run by Austin Warford. Again, if you're just joining us, opening drive of the second half, no score here at Ashdown. Warford brings the play in from the sideline. Bryson Barnes goes split to the far side. Javante Jones split the near side. Full backfield as Warford works out a shotgun. Fake the give underneath. Warford going to keep it up over midfield, up to the 49 of Ashdown. Pickup of about 7 on the play. And again, a horrible spot. Lost about a yard on the spot.
Yeah, we're sitting right here on the 50-yard line. He was clearly inside the 49, but they didn't see it the way we saw it, but they're the ones setting the ball, so we'll live with what they do. Nonetheless, nice pickup here, just a little over 5 yards for that second and 10.
Second and 5. Warford works out a shotgun, twins to either side. Ashdown showing blitz, they do. Dupree hitting the backfield. A horse collar they don't call, and he'll be dropped back at the 48.
Well, the Leopards are still going to have to do something to counteract this quick, fast rush from these defensive linemen. These defensive linemen are small by defensive lineman status, but they're so quick. 24, 6'2", 202, number 52's in there, and they've got him listed. We don't have
him listed. Wolford again working out a shotgun. Twins to either side, takes a snap, drops straight back, throws underneath, complete. Up to the 44-yard line on the receptions, Marcel Bedford.
We'll see the spot on that one.
That one's pretty close.
That's not a bad spot there. Anyway, brings up 4th and 1 here.
Brings up 4th and a yard. So far, the offense still out there for Malvern.
Coach Fogelman sends in the play with Justin James.
Several switches there for Malvern. Jakiri Dupree comes back into the ball game. Justin James set up in an offset fullback position. Again, full backfield. Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap, give up the middle. Dupree powering his way up the middle, and he is going to be brought down shy of the first down, and that will give Ashdown the ball in very good field position at about their own 47.
Yeah, they've got a 52 listed, but we don't see a name for him. Nice stop there by his part, and C.J. Cooper, another 6'2", 200-pound linebacker was in there on the spot. Anyway, the Leopards turned the ball over here early.
Again, if you're just joining us, just under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter, no score as Ashdown comes the line of scrimmage. Hubbard looking throw, dump pass near side, tackle made very quickly just inside the Leopard side of midfield. On the reception, Roy Jetton for Ashdown.
Nice. Javante Jones come up from his corner, made a really good, solid hit on the ball player to stop him there in his track. Nonetheless, it's a 5-yard pickup. 8:37 left here in the third quarter. If you just joined us, it is nothing ball game.
Hubbard working out a shotgun. There was some movement, no flag. Pass thrown complete on the swing pass far side. It's going to be a first down for Ashdown up near the 35-yard line of Malvern.
Yeah, it looks like the Panthers have decided to come out and really throw the ball more and more in this second half, and a swing pass that went for considerable good yardage just due to the speed of number 8, Vincent Webb, the senior wideout for the Panthers.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Twins to either side. Takes a snap. Give underneath. Good gain on first down for Ashdown as David Burns carries the ball up inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers. As deep as they've been in a while.
Yeah, they're having success on 1st down, picking up in excess of 5 yards, and that's big.
Hubbard takes the snap, looking to throw. Has some pressure, throws towards the end zone, has a man, it is broken up. Out there for the Leopards was Javante Jones, and he had a shot to pick that one off.
Devon Sanders, the wideout, the sophomore wideout for the Panthers, did a great job out there, number 19. He turned into a defensive back, or that ball was going to be intercepted. Nice play by the offensive wideout, and turned it into a defensive back to save that interception.
3rd down and 4 for Ashdown. They said Twins the far side, one man split the near side. Give underneath. Decent gain inside the 25. It's going to be, I believe, about a yard shy, maybe 2 of the 1st down.
Yeah, they run David Burns in that off that inside tackle play, and it's going to bring up 4th and 3. They're going to call it 4th and a long.
I'm going to say 2.
I'm going to say a long 2.5. Yeah. Big play here for the Leopard defense.
Hubbard working out a shotgun. Trips right, split left. Gets an additional signal from the sideline. As he gets set for the snap. Rolling to his right. Has some pressure. Throws. It is incomplete. 4th down. Conversion is no good. The Leopards are going to get the football back.
Leopards do a good job there on the swapping the field position. Improve a little bit. They will start... Golly, they're going to spot it.
Well, it should be right from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, which was the 23, I think, wasn't it? There's in there somewhere. They're going to start just
24.
Yeah, the 24.
Just shy of the 25. Leopards will start 1st and 10.
Nice pressure there for the Leopards. Put on the quarterback, Raymond Hubbard. He didn't have any place to run. It was a run off. He had the option run, but good job there by the Leopard defense.
No score in the ball game. Leopards now with the football just shy of their own 25. Give up the middle, Dupree, and he is hammered as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Going to get a very poor spot on the near sideline.
Boy, they are really quick coming across in there. Their linebackers and their defensive linemen are so quick. Our offensive linemen don't have a chance to get back to their linebackers, and there's some mismatches going on in there.
Loss of about a yard on the play, maybe half yard. We'll call it 2nd and 11. Trips right, split left. Bryson Barnes alone on the near side as Warford takes the snap.
Here they come.
Looking to throw. Now Warford keeps, and he is going to be hit and stopped as he gets up to about the 23. It'd be another loss on the play to bring up 3rd and long.
I tell you, as a team defense, this is the fastest, quickest defense we've seen. But once again, they've got some of these kids listed in that 202. With the exception of 76 and 58, they just don't look that big to me out there. They're tall and lanky, but like 24. They got 24 listed at 6'2", 202, and that must be with the pads on, but he's a heck of an athlete.
Morford again working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, drops straight back. Looking near sideline, throws. Long pass, looking for Barnes. Barnes double covered. The pass goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down for Malvern.
Yeah, threw in the double coverage that way down to Barnes, and Barnes was well covered. Looks like our isolated player of the game, number 71. Colton Welch is going to be called on again to punt these Leopards out of their field.
Roy Jetton deep
field is what I'm trying to say.
Roy Jetton deep for Ashdown. He'll set up at about his own 43. Welch waiting for the snap, gets a good snap. It looks like somebody moved early. I don't know if it was Malvern or Ashdown. There was some movement along the line. They're going to call false start on Malvern.
Yeah, that's what you get sometime when these guys are getting such a quick start on you. There's a tendency to be anxious to get a quick start and stop them before,
Well, there was a lot of motion on the line of scrimmage.
Yes, there was.
And if you watched the Razorback game last week, you saw this as well. Anyway, Welch sets up back around his 5, gets the kick away, high kick, and does not take a Malvern roll. Will be down at the 48-yard line, which is about a yard shy of where the ball actually landed. Good job by Welch. Didn't give Roy Jetton the chance to return it, and the Ashdown Panthers are going to take over at their own 48.
Once again, though, the Panthers really start off with excellent field position just outside of the Malvern side of the ball, of their field on the 40.
If you're judging, obviously no score in the ball game. If you're judging it on field position, Ashdown's had the advantage most of the night. Hubbard working out a shotgun, rolls to his left. Being chased, throws picked off by Malvern in midfield. Leopards have the ball, and the Leopards just got a huge play out there, I believe.
Justin James
on the interception. That was last week's isolated play of the game, I believe. Nonetheless,
yeah, James has really played a good job out there. I was just thinking to myself, didn't say it, a pick 6 would be nice here, but a pick here really helps the Leopards. Better field position. We're inside their 50-yard line, and Coach Fogle can dial up some different plays now.
Ball at the 48, 1st and 10. No score in the ball game. Warford working out a shotgun, brings a man in motion. Gives Dupree, looking for room, cuts upfield at the 45. He's going to be brought down at the 42.
Wow, and once again, the speed. Preston Garrett, a 6'1", 190-pound wide receiver linebacker, senior, really come flying in behind him to stop Dupree for what could have been a lot larger gain than that.
Gain of 6 on the play. It is 2nd down and 4 for Malvern. Barnes goes split the far side. Javante Jones splits the near side. Hardeman and Dupree flank Warford, who sets up in shotgun. Give up the middle, Dupree again. Dupree over the 40. He's got the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we saw Dupree do this last week. Dupree started really showing some hard-nosed running in that ball game last week, and we've got a Panther down for an injury. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Back at Ashdown, no score here in the 3rd quarter. 4:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Leopards driving, have the ball at the 34-yard line of Ashdown.
Yeah, this is the deepest the Leopards been back in Ashdown territory, I believe, Mike, since the missed field goal attempt early there in the 1st quarter. So another 1st and 10 here, and if something would happen, Jesus Torres has got the leg to poking in from here, from another 10 yards in. The Leopards have had some success, though, running Dupree here and open them some holes, a little bit of misdirection, a little bit, let them overrun it, and we'll see what happens here.
Your man helped off the field for Ashdown. Don't have his name. Twins left. Hardeman and Dupree in the backfield with Warford. Give to Dupree up the middle. They're going to throw a flag and call the Leopards for motion as Dupree is brought down after a gain of a yard, maybe 2. The flag came from the back judge. The head referee was working out of the backfield.
That's usually an indication that somebody moved too quick.
Seen a couple of those tonight, really, on both sides of the football.
Yeah, it's actually as Trent Block goes in, and he is, and I know Coach Fogelman said he is a devastating blocker, lead blocker. So
it'll be a 5-yard penalty for a false start against Malvern. Interesting, they moved the ball a half-yard before they...
Fast-moving ball game here, Mike. We got 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, and in a nothing ball game.
Twins right, split left for the Leopards. Warford working out a shotgun, brings Dupree in motion, fakes the give, rolling to his right, across the middle. What a catch by Tim Hardeman. Cuffs it behind his back, gets up to the 30-yard line.
Timmy got a big old hand on that ball and just pinned it right there on his right hip and was able to pull it back around and protect it. Good job there by Hardiman.
Looked like that one was going to get away.
It sure did. You know, Coach Fogelman did say to the coaches show that he needed to work on his ball handling skills, and he sure improved it there.
Second down, 8. Twins left, split right. Again, Hardiman and Dupree in the backfield. Swing pass, near side, Hardiman. Flag comes in. It's going to be probably holding as Hardiman gets over the 30-yard line. Got another young man down for Ashdown. The visitors crowd here for Malvern not happy with the flag.
That's Bobo, number 5. They're
that looks to be more of a cramp, right?
Yeah, it looks to be more of a cramp. There was a flag down. They have not signaled on what the infraction was. They may call it a cramp.
It's going to be an illegal block against Malvern. And it is going to be a cramp for Bobo. Ron, you're beyond old school. I don't get working these cramps out on the field. Let's get to the sideline.
I started old school. Yeah, you always being a good friend and knowing Coach Alpe for a number of years, and it's like, his field was get them off the field as quick as possible and do what you can with them on the side and keep the ball game going.
Will be second down for Malvern. The illegal block call against Malvern moves the ball back to the Leopard side of midfield.
That's a penalty that's a 15-yarder that really hurt the Leopards. Took them out of field goal range. We've got 3 downs to 2 downs really to get down here and do something good.
You pick up about 25 yards. 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Yeah, the problem that is it's an infraction at the spot of an infraction.
Twins left, split right. Warford again out of shotgun, looking to throw. Now going to keep it up the middle, and he is hammered as he gets to midfield. It bounces right back up, but it will bring up 3rd and long for the Leopards.
C.J. Cooper met him right when he came through that hole, and there just wasn't any place for him to go. Once again, the Leopards do face a 3rd and long.
I'll say about 3rd and 26 for Malvern. Ball at midfield. Leopards need to get probably inside the 24 for a first down. Again, Twins left, split right. Dupree and Hardiman in the backfield. We got flags down again. Some movement along the line. We'll wait and see who they call it against.
Wow, the Leopards just keep shooting themselves. I mean, they've killed this drive for all intents and purposes with a couple of very, 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 very untimely penalties.
It is 3rd down and 30 now. About 2 yards. Yeah, Leopards need to get inside the 24 of Ashdown. They are back at their own 45. 2:23 to go in the ball game. Still no score. 3rd and long for the Leopards. Warford takes a snap, drops straight back, has some pressure, throwing over the middle, has a man, just misses his receiver at the 35, and that'll bring up 4th down. He was looking for Bryson Barnes.
Barnes had broke across, and he had a couple of defenders with him, but he had enough room. A perfectly thrown pass in there would have picked up 20 yards, but still left the Leopards with 4th and 10. Nonetheless, it's 4th and what, Mike? 4th and 35, what they're calling it?
Well, they're off. It's about 32.
32. Colton Welch back in punting position, our modern care isolated player.
Roy Jetton sets up at his own 20-yard line. Welch gets the kick away, and it bounds at about the 23. Takes a good Leopard roll, and will be down around the 15-yard line. Another good punt by our isolated player of the game, Colton Welch.
Well, now all of a sudden the field position has changed. The game of field position in a defensive struggle like this, field position is very, 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 you can't say how important it is, Mike. And if we can get a 3 and out here and swap this field position back around where the Leopards are working out of Ashdown's into the field, it'll help these Leopards.
Hubbard will work out of shotgun as David Burns set up to his right. Twins to either side. Hubbard takes a snap, gives to Burns off the right side. Burns breaks a couple of tackles and gets up to about the 21-yard line. Good gain on first down for Ashdown. It's going to leave him with second and about 3.
Yeah, once again, Ashdown is able to pick up good yardage on that first down, and 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 is a whole lot better than the alternative.
Again, Hubbard working out of shotgun with twins to either side. Burns now moves to his left. Takes a snap, give Burns. Burns up the middle, and he's dropped back at the 20-yard line, so a loss on the play.
Big third down here for the Leopards. They can go ahead and force a punt out of these Panthers and get some good field position here as we wind down the end of the third quarter in a 0-0 ball game here in downtown Ashdown.
Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, looking throw, near side. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Devon Sanders, will bring up 4th down for Ashdown.
Looked like that ball may have slipped out of Hubbard's hands just a little bit, because I'm telling you what, number 19, Devon Sanders out here, he'd run a little down and out and was open for the 1st and 10. Nonetheless, the Leopards going to get the ball back.
Set up to punt is Vincent Webb. He gets it away. A nice high kick. Going to be fielded, dropped, and then covered at the 49 of Ashdown. Fortunately for the Leopards, they were able to come up with it, and
Bedford did a good job staying with it and bring the ball in. Once again, like I talked earlier, we got a 3 and out on them. We switched field position with them. Let's play on their end of the field here as we wind down the third quarter here.
Buck 17 to go here in the third quarter. Again, still no score in the ball game. Leopards and Ashdown, and what could be a key game in this conference race. Trips right, split left as Warford sets up in shotgun. Has Dupree set up to his left. Takes the snap, drops straight back, looking throw, near sideline. It is incomplete, intended for Bryston Barnes at the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Barnes did a little down and out, and the ball was just off of his fingertips toward the Malvern Leopard sideline. Brings up a 2nd down for the Leopards. Leopards had some success running the ball, and they're just Coach Fogelman's mixing them up here.
Minute 13 to go here in the third quarter. Dupree sets up to Warford's left, trips right, split left. Warford still in shotgun, takes snap, gives Dupree right side, trying to find a crease. He gets up over the the 45-yard line. A big gain of about 40 yards will bring up 3rd and 6. Ron, you tell me, you're an old defensive guy. As much pressure as they're bringing, there's got to be an opening somewhere.
Well, there's going to have to be an opening. The problem that you've got is these linebackers are dropping back, and the corners and the safeties are so darn fast that they're covering our guys. We've had a couple guys open deep, but Wolford just hasn't had enough time to sit back there and pick out his receivers.
They're down at 6. The Leopards. Wolford looking to throw near side. Has a man in and out of his hands. Was right there. Had the first down. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He was looking for Khalid Dawn, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Leopards.
Well, that's been the story of the Leopards tonight. They put the ball in the hands of a lot of on the fingertips of a lot of players out there, and they've just not been able to convert it. Leopards are going to go on this 4th down.
Well, they bring in Holman. Now, Holman ran a pooch kick earlier.
They got Holman lined up as
Holman
Yeah.
Yeah, he sets up for the pooch kick again. He gets it away, but it hits somebody and is fielded at the 34-yard line. And Ashdown will take over there. Oman, honestly, I couldn't tell if he hit his own player or one of the Ashdown players with the kick, but nonetheless, Ashdown takes over at their own 34.
Yeah, with Ashdown, with Holman up that close to the line of scrimmage and the pressure that Ashdown's been able to get through there, we were lucky to get what we did out of that one.
Hubbard and the Ashdown Panthers come back out. 21 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Still no score. As Hubbard sets up in shotgun, twins to either side. There's some movement, but no flags. Hubbard, short pass, and big hit put on the sidelines. Wow. Gain of a couple, maybe 3 yards.
Let me tell you what, yeah, he paid for catching that catch, and I don't know who laid it on him. I can't see the Leopard coming out of it. Boy, somebody laid one on him. Remind you again, if you want to watch one of the classic defensive struggles so far, tomorrow, 4 o'clock, our friends at Suddenlink. Thank you, Suddenlink, for making all this possible.
2nd down and 8 for Ashdown. Swing pass, near side, complete. There comes the flag for holding as the crowd was calling for it. The visiting crowd here for the Leopards, and looks like Ashdown's going to pick up a holding call at about the 31-yard line. That'll scoot them back. I said 31, about 36. That'll move them back to the 26.
They're going to start back here from where the infraction started, so that'll put them in a hole.
See that a lot, Ron, with receivers out in the flat trying to make a block.
Yeah, and quite honestly, he really needed to hold the Leopard because the Leopard was closing in on his quarterback.
Brings up 2nd down and long. Call it 2nd and 18 for Ashdown. 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. Again, no score. As Hubbard works out a shotgun, his trips left, split right, takes a snap. Yeah, right side, trying to get to the corner is the running back, and he'll be dropped at about the 31, David Burns. And that will bring up 4th down and 11. That will be the last play of the quarter. Again, we are at Ashdown. Malvern and the Ashdown Panthers tied up at 0-0. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football. Back at Ashdown, big 3rd down play for this Malvern defense. 3rd down 11 for Ashdown. Hubbard takes a snap. Reverse, far side, Broughton giving chase. Now Justin James on the far side is picked off.
They missed a clip.
And it will be 4th down as Ashdown gets up to about the 40, maybe just over the 40. It'll bring up 4th down and about 3.
Boy, it sure looked like they got a clip on Justin James out there, but I guess not. There was 2 referees right there. Anyway, big 4th down here now. What do they do, you know? They pulled out all the stops on that one. They're going to punt the ball to the Leopards. You got to do that.
Got to be careful here. This is in this type of game, I can easily see this team trying to make something happen. The punter does set up deep, however. One man on late for Ashdown. And there's going to be movement along the line. That'll back Ashdown up 5 more yards.
They were never quite set on that one. 24, C.J. Gooden came in a little bit late. Looks like the Panthers were just not quite ready to run that play. Not only that, Mike, they were running out of time on the 25-second clock and got a little anxious. Nice break for the Leopards. Need to take advantage of this one right here.
Ball spotted now at the 35. Punter sets up inside his 25. Gets a high snap, but fields it cleanly. High short kick. This one's going to bound at the 36 and will be down. Takes a Leopard bounce. Is going to be down to the 40-yard line. So again, Ron, good field position for the Leopards.
Well, you know, not only that, Mike, halfway through this 3rd quarter and into this 4th quarter, so far the field position has switched, and the Leopards really kept the Panthers from taking advantage of it, but the Leopards really need to take advantage of some of this good field position and they're at their own 40, which gives them an opportunity to run their complete offense.
10:49 to go in the ball game. Still no scores. Warford sets up in shotgun. Twins the left, split right. Takes a snap. Fakes the give. Rolling to his right. Pass underneath. They're going to throw another flag in the middle. Holman makes a reception up near midfield. And, wow. Flag thrown the backside to play. They're going to call holding against the Leopards.
Wow.
And Ron, once again, looking at things through orange-colored glasses, I'm seeing a lot more penalties on one side of the football.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's in a game like this, and whether you're Ashdown or whether you're the Leopards, a 15-yard penalty in a defensive game like this is really, really, really difficult to overcome.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 20 now for Malvern. Warford takes a snap, fakes the throw, now going to keep it up the middle, up over the 35 to the 40, stays on his feet and powers up to the 42-yard line. Tough run by Austin Warford.
Well, I tell you what, Vincent Webb, number 8, is as good a tackler as you're going to see in high school. He took on Holman a while ago and stood him up, and he took on Warford then and stopped him. Excellent technique in his tackling.
Brings up 2nd and 8 now after the Leopards had a 1st and 20. Gain of 12 on the play. Warford again working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw, far side, pass is complete! Complete on the far side to Bryson Barnes. That'll be a Leopard first down.
Bryson got out there and really reached those hands out and caught that ball that Warford's been throwing out there in front of him all night, and he made that adjustment, made a great play, great 1st and 10, great overcome for a 1st and 25 to get a 1st and 10 out of that series.
Justin James comes off, as does Tim Hardiman. 1st and 10 for the Leopards. Ball at the 47-yard line of Ashdown. Still no score. 9:43 to go in the ball game. Twins to either side as Warford takes a snap, gets the blitz, gives to Dupree up the middle. He'll get to the 45. Gain of a yard and a half.
Bring Trey Broughton, big number 50, over here off that defensive line. Give him a little breath and send him back in on that offensive line to open up some hole, because he is a devastating blocker.
Warford again in shotgun. Twins to either side as Dupree set up to his left. Takes a snap, throw near side. Has a man, Desjardins at the 40. And Dawn's going to be dropped there. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Leopards and about 4 yards. Need to get just inside the 36-yard line.
Desjardins really laid a lick on number 2, the cornerback. Another really outstanding tackler. A little bit on the light side, looks to be. They've got him listed at 156. Now, he may weigh that, but, I mean, he'll hit you. But he felt that one. 3rd down and 4. Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. Warford with a full backfield, working out a shotgun. Gives Dupree up the middle. Dupree is going to be hit right at the 40, so gain of maybe a yard on the play. Less than that, really. It'll bring up 4th down. It's decision time for the Malvern coaching staff. They're going to change some players, but it looks like they're going to go for it here from the Ashdown 40. Yeah, I kind of watch Wolford here, Austin, have that run option pass, and use his legs to pick up this 1st and 10. Ball spotted just inside the Ashdown 40. Leopards need to get inside the 41, or excuse me, the 36. Get Ashdown to jump with a hard count. That'll give them 5 and a 1st down. Well, that's one thing you can do with an over-aggressive defense, Mike. You can do a hard count on them and pick up a 1st and 10 when you need it. And that's a good call by Coach Fogelman and his crew. And penalty gives the Leopards a 1st down. 7:37 to go in the ball game. Still no score. And Leopards on the drive
has the ball now at the 35 of Ashdown.
You know what you're running into also, the clock is going to become a factor in this ball game pretty quick. Leopards may have only one or two more possessions, and Ashdown may only have one or two more possessions. So you're going to have to, when you got the ball, you're going to have to take advantage and get the best you can out of it and get some score on the board.
Twins right, split left. Warford working out a shotgun, brings Jakiri in motion. Face to Jakiri, trying to run up the middle, and he'll get inside the 35 to the 34. Gain of a yard on the play, brings up 2nd and 9. Ron, the optimum thing, I think, here for the Leopards is not only get in the end zone, but leave as little time possible on that clock. It's not like this offense has been soaring, but with their speed, they can score in a hurry.
Yeah.
Twins left, split right. Warford again brings Dupree in motion. Fakes to Dupree again. Warford throw underneath, caught. And I'll be interested to see where the spot is. If he gets forward progress, he loses about a yard of forward progress. They're going to spot him right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, I'm telling you what, if you get a chance tomorrow, you'll never see a defense in high school that goes to the ball any faster than these Panthers from Ashdown. They're as fast as advertised.
It brings up 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Short 7, long 8, either way. Leopards need to get inside the 25. Warford working out a shotgun, drops straight back, has some time, throws towards the end zone. It is picked off. Picked off in the end zone. Number 9, Roy Jetton. He's a playmaker for those Panthers, and he's going to give them the ball at the 20.
Yeah.
And we got a Leopard slow getting up.
Like got it.
Marcel Bedford.
Like he's
trying to limp his way off
a crack.
Devontae Jones comes out to assist him as the coaches come out as well.
Yeah, that's one of those opportunities. Ball overthrown, and not only that, but the Ashdown Panther did an outstanding job of going back, catching the ball. Plus, fortunate for him, his momentum carried into the end zone, or they'd have had the ball at about the 1 or the 2 yard line.
We got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a break as well. 6:07 to go in this football game. Still no score at Ashdown. Malvern crowd here in Ashdown, and it's a good crowd. Very pumped up as the defense comes back out. It's 1st and 10 for Ashdown at their own 20-yard line. 6:07 to go in the ball game. Still no score as Hubbard will step under center, turns, gives to his tailback, finds some room on the corner, and is hit and dropped at about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. Good gain on 1st down.
Yeah, the Leopards have continued, seems tonight, that they give up big yardage on that 1st down, and 4, 5, 6 yards, and so far they've been able to hold them, and it's 2nd and short here.
Hubbard working, turns, gives to Burns again. Burns hit and brought down shy of the 30. They'll bring up 3rd and very short, less than half a yard for the Panthers. Clock continues to roll. 5:23 to go in this football game. 3rd down, less than a yard to go for Ashdown. Probably going to see, if I were guessing, Ron, the quarterback sneak. We've seen that a couple times from Hubbard tonight.
Yeah, they're out there standing in the middle, haven't started the 25-second clock. The referees ran about 12 seconds off the clock there for some reason.
Hubbard gets up over the 30, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. 5 minutes even to go in the ball game as they stop the clock to move the chains.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, every possession is very, very, very important. Now, this one is very important for the Ashdown Panthers, and this is the Leopards get the ball back. It's going to be even more important to them.
Brings up 1st and 10 for Ashdown. Inside 5 minutes to go in this football game. Panthers don't seem to be in a big hurry. As Hubbard steps under center, falls, ball on the ground, and Panthers recover it. Leopards there to make the stop. Good penetration there by that Malvern defensive line as well as linebackers.
Yeah, good Colton Welch isolated players across in there along with Trey Broughton, and brings up a second and about 11 with just a little over 4 minutes left in this one in a 0-0 ball game here in downtown Ashdown.
Hubbard, again, now, well, working out a shotgun, moved early. They didn't call it. Throw at the 35. Good gain up to about the 39 and bring up third down at about a yard. Hubbard himself moved, and they didn't call it.
Yeah.
Brings up third and about a yard and a half. Now they go with the no huddle. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Hubbard on the keeper, tries to power forward. Flag comes in.
Yeah, they got one on. They got a Leopard there, made a mistake.
Malvern crowd unhappy with the call.
Yeah. You know, it's too bad that they're gonna do a call like this. 3:35 left in the ball game, and it's going to be 15 yards. And holy cow,
15-yarder against Malvern.
Wow.
Leopard's going to have the ball 46. Hubbard working out a shotgun. We've got a wait and see how the officials conferring in midfield.
I never did see it. Steve? Did you see a call on the flag? What the penalty was for? I know for maybe unnecessary roughness.
Ball 46 is 1st and 10, 3.5 minutes to go in this football game. Hubbard working out a shotgun. Takes a snap, flag comes out, and it's like there may have been movement against, or on the line rather.
You know, you think of all scenarios here, and I'm going to tell you something might happen, Mike. This ball game goes into overtime. All of a sudden, with this defense, all of a sudden the Leopards kicker, field goal kicker, really becomes very important in a ball game that could go into overtime with neither one of these teams so far been able to punch it in for a touchdown.
Ball in midfield now brings up 1st and 15. Which should be 15. It's about 14.5. Hubbard takes a snap, looks right, throws underneath, pass complete up to the 45 of Malvern, a big gain. Flag comes in. They're going to call Leopards, I believe, for a late hit. Wow. Now, honestly, we can't see the far sideline that well, but I can almost assure you that's what they're calling.
Yeah, it's Leopards have really made some really drastic mistakes here at the end of this ball game that hopefully it doesn't cost them. But it's they're going to have, that defense is really going to have to bow up, play hard, and play good hard-nosed, clean football.
Still wait for the penalty to be assessed. It is personal foul against Malvern. 3 minutes to go in this ball game, no score, and now Ashdown with at the 20-yard line of Malvern.
Yeah. 30 yards and penalties on this drive has really hurt the Leopards. Leopards need a turnover here. They need to stop, and
still the coach out on the field for Malvern. Not sure what he's asking for. Talking with the head official. We've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a break as well. 3 minutes to go in this football game. You're listening to Malvern Leopard football. Back at Ashdown, Coach Fogelman out at midfield getting some explanation from the officials. Not sure what it was regarding. Nonetheless, Ashdown is going to have the ball at the Malvern 20-yard line. 3 minutes to go in this ball game. No score. And Ashdown threatening late. Hubbard will work from under center. His receiver to either side. In the backfield is David Burns.
Leopard fans standing, you probably hear them here in the background, cheering these Leopards. This defense on one more time, one more stand here, 3 minutes left in this ball game, get it to overtime.
Hubbard takes a snap, gives to Burns, hitting the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss back at the 24.
I'll tell you what, great play there, great penetration by Trent Block, come across his line and threw him, gosh, for a 4-yard loss. And obviously we know that Ashdown's in 4-down territory down there. We don't know what they have in the way of a PAT kicker, pointer, because all we've seen is kick a few field goals, so we don't know whether they have that weapon or not.
One man split the far side, one to the near side. Hubbard up under center. 2 tight ends in for Ashdown. Fakes the give, looking to throw over the middle.
There's a holding.
Pass. Oh! Call. I think you're going to see the holding and a pass interference.
Yeah.
Wow. Which may negate the entire play.
Yeah, we may have to do that one over again. Number 9 had broken down and looked like behind Roy Jetson. Jetton, number 9 for the Panthers, and we may have got tangled up with him down there in the end zone. Anyway, they're off a flag happy.
2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this ball game. And at this point, it's a nail biter if you're a Leopard fan.
It's a nail biter if you're a Panther fan.
Ball at the 24-yard line. It's still second down and about 12.
Stop clock with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the ball game in a 0-0 tie.
So confusion as far as the alignment for Ashdown. They get set, and Hubbard works out a shotgun. Takes the snap, drops straight back, has some pressure. A lot. He's going to be picked off. Picked off. Burks has the interception for the Leopards at the 25-yard line.
Not only did he pick, you talk about missing a foot. There's 2 of them had a hold of Trey Barton and had his shirt called back out. Wow. I mean, obviously a missed hold out there. Call on, which worked out better for the Leopards. But if you're going to call holding on one side, Mikey, let's call him on the other side. And those 2 of them had a hold of big old Trey.
A minute 58 to go in this ball game. Still no score. Malvern crowd, which is filled the visitor stands, is very loud tonight and rooting their team on. Leopards would like to get this in the end zone somehow. Warford working out a shotgun. Drops straight back, has pressure, throws underneath. It's a screen pass to Dupree. Dupree at the 35. He's got the first down. He'll be brought down at the 38.
Dupree absolutely ran over number 5. I mean, ran over him. The highly regarded player for the Panthers, and I mean, he just hit him and was not going to be denied.
Clock stops with a $1:48 to go. The chains are set back up. Again, no score here at Ashdown. Leopards with the football at their own 38. Warford takes a snap, looks to his right, now to his left, back to the right. He's looking for Jones, and that one's going to go incomplete.
Wow.
Was looking for Javante Jones over the middle.
Just a little off on the routes and the connection tonight. Jones had one-on-one coverage, had the inside open, and just couldn't get the route and the pass together. But anyway, stops the clock here with 1:35 left in this one, 2nd and 10 for the Leopards.
Warford again working out a shotgun, 2nd and 10. Takes a snap. Give Dupree up the middle, and Dupree's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Actually may have lost a half yard on the play. Leopards hustle back to the line. $1:23 to go in the ball game. No huddle. Trips left. Split right. Warford in shotgun. Takes a snap. Now trying to escape pressure. Now going to keep him. Warford at the 40 and dropped at the 48-yard line. Just shy of the 49. It's going to leave the Leopards about 3 yards shy of the first. inside a minute to go. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field for Malvern.
They're going to run the clock down, run this one last play, and call timeout with about 30-some-odd seconds, or maybe not.
5 seconds left on the play clock as Warford. There it is, with offside.
Great call again.
And the clock's still running. They ran about 2 more seconds off the clock.
Yeah, great play, great call again. Great call by Coach Fogelman, and great execution by that hard bark on Austin. Once again, they need to put some more time back on the clock.
They ran at least 2 more seconds off that clock.
Don't think they're going to get it, but looks like we're going overtime on this one, folks.
Unless something happens here. We're inside 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. No score. Twins to either side. Leopards at their own 48-yard line. Wait for the official to set. They do put time back on the clock. We're at 32 seconds.
Put 4 seconds back on the clock, and the clock is running now.
Warford takes a snap, looks, throws over the middle, pass complete to the 45. And wow, clock, they're going to have to put time on the clock again. Pass was up to the 44-yard line.
This side judge over here may be a little hard of hearing because they were screaming at him 3 seconds prior to that to get one. Leopards need a good down and out, couple down and outs maybe to get in here and let Jose Torres have a chance to win this rascal.
20 seconds to go, no score. And it, as we said, as we've said all night long, it's been a defensive battle all night. Ron said may well be headed to overtime, but the Leopards would love to get Torres a try. He's got a good leg. Twins to either side as Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. Leopards had taken a timeout. They're back on the field. Ashdown not showing much of a rush. Warford escapes 2 tacklers, still on his feet at the 45, another tackler. He's inside the 40, down to about the 36-yard line with 8 seconds to go. You got a man down for Ashdown, and that once again is Bobo. And he is grabbing his right knee. As Bobo is attended to, Ron, let's go ahead and take a short break. 8 seconds to go in this ball game. No score here at Ashdown. Back in Ashdown, where the Leopards and the Panthers are tied up at 0. 8 seconds to go in the ball game. Leopards have the ball at the 36-yard line of Ashdown.
Going to be pretty tough to get a play in, and unless it's a quick down and out, and get Jesus on the ground. Have a shot at winning this thing.
Warford working out a shotgun, takes a snap. Has some pressure, scoots up in the pocket. Got a flag down. It's going to be holding against Malvern, I can promise you. Major Don does not get the interference call as he's held going into the end zone.
It's overtime. Well, I mean,
I don't believe it's the penalty is holding off Malvern. I don't think that's going to be assessed, and we'll be looking at overtime. We're going to take a short break. It is 0-0 at Ashdown, and we're headed to overtime. Once again, we return to Ashdown as we get set for overtime. It's been an all-defensive ball game so far, and we've got no score. Leopards have won the toss. I assume we're going to try. Looks like we're going to trot the defense out first.
Yeah, defense out. If we stop them here, and what do? You just go down and let Torres win this thing 3-0. Stop him here.
Punch it up the middle and then let Torres. Hey, the big thing, I mean, let's be honest, this quarterback can make some things happen.
Yeah,
he's very quick. They got a good running back as well. They've run option a couple times. And been one of the few teams to actually get to the corner on the
Yeah, and not only that, we've seen them consistently all night long make 5, 6, 7 yards on that first down. So it's going to be imperative that the Leopards stop them here. And we got the beef out front. Big old isolated player Colton Welch goes in there. He's in there, of course, with Trey Broughton, and out on the end, defensive ends Isaac Wright, of course. Justin James out there calling plays, or other linebackers of Quante Walker and Trent Block, and then back out here on the right end, of course, Devin Kirk, who's really played well the last couple of games. Big old number 54.
Full backfield formation we haven't seen out of Ashdown tonight. Hubbard under center, turns, pitches, far side to Jetton. Jetton trying to get to the corner, and he is run out of bounds. We'll wait and see where the spot is. Far side of the field. We can't see it very well, but it looks like it's going to be just inside the 10.
Jetton took a lick. Number line 9 took a lick, and he went to the sidelines. They
Pick up about a yard on the play. Call it the 9.
Yeah.
Assuming, Ron, you can hold. The X factor is their kicker. We really don't know anything about it. They did have a decent kickoff. Again, full backfield. As Hubbard steps under center. 3 backs set up in the backfield. Now he's sending man in motion near side. Hubbard takes a snap, takes the give. Rolls to his right, under pressure. Now escape pressure, and he's going to get in, I do believe, for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a bad situation. We had him stopped, and that's one thing that we worried about that Coach had talked about, that Hubbard has that ability to get away from you and get going, and he showed his speed on that outside. Had him, he'd roll to his right, Mikey. We had him. The coverage was there, and he was just able to roll back around.
Now, this extra point is important.
This extra point is important.
On to kick the extra point is Vincent Webb. Webb is a senior for the Panthers.
Straight ahead. Nope, no, he's a sidewinder. You don't see many straight aheader.
Good snap, good hold. The kick's away. It is good.
Webb got plenty of leg, too. Looked like if they got into a bind, looked like he had plenty of leg down there to kick the field goal. All right. All the Leopards have to do now is go back and answer.
They'll get it at the 10 as well. 7-0 Ashdown here in overtime. Leopards get their shot on offense now. And Warford and crew head out to the field.
The difference being in high school ball, they both play the same end.
Leopards are going to set up at the 10-yard line. Again, we're in overtime. And Ashdown scored on their first possession.
This is where the bigger, stronger offensive line has to take over for the Leopards.
Warford brings Bryson Barnes in motion, gives to Dupree. Up the middle, Dupree up the middle! Down to the 5-yard line.
Well, that right there is where big old Colton Welch, isolated player, and the center, number 64, really did a good job sealing off that Jacob Elliott and put the Leopards in an enviable position that they've only got 2nd and 4, and big first down for the Leopards.
2nd and goal from about the 4. Again to bring a man in motion, give Dupree up the middle. Dupree inside the 5, down to... Well, looks like they'll spot him about the 3. Again, poor angle for us. We have a little more difficult time picking up the yard markers.
Looks like
we're going to put him at the 4-yard line.
Coach Fogan put a little more beef in there, sent Trent Block in as a lead blocker. We've talked about what a really good... No, they put
Hardeman in.
Yeah, and Trent Block back at the tailback.
Under center's Warford. Fakes the give. Turns. Throws. Justin James is at the 1 yard line.
Whoa. Whoa.
Justin James on the reception.
He must have nice play there. I will give you the sideline. They've got him right at the goal line. I will tell you this: the side judge was right there on it. I don't question that call at all because I mean he was looking right down there at their feet, and
it didn't look like from here he'd gotten in. The Leopards have taken a timeout. The Panthers team's huddling on their side of the field, and this play for Malvern.
Well, this is where
is enormous.
Where you think you might just go ahead, get in behind your two big guards in your center, and let Wolford sneak it in. That's what they've done with us. Though you with Fogelman, you never know. I mean, nice call play there. Had everybody sucked in on out and around, and
Leopards come to the line of scrimmage. This is huge. 4th down, goal to go from inside the 1 yard line. Wolford's going to work from under center.
And they have stacked the center.
It's Wolford on the keeper. He is in. I do believe there's been no signal. Now they signal touchdown. Wolford on the keeper. And Jesus Torres on to kick the extra point.
Is he?
He is. He is on the field.
You wonder whether to go for two or not. Of course, you know, it's then you flip again and start again all over. So big PAT here. We have to remember, I'm telling you, they have put some pressure on here.
Jay Golden in the hole for Malvern. Gets the snap, gets it down, the kick's away. It is good, and we are tied again. 7-7 here at Ashdown. We'll be back with our next offensive series after this. Visiting crowd on their feet here in Ashdown.
We thought we were going to get out of this early as fast as this game was moving, but looks like we're going to be here a little while longer. We'll stay longer. We'll stay here with you, stay as long as it takes to win this ball game.
It's going to be 7 overtime, guys.
Don Baker just said it's going to be 7 overtime, so we'll...
somebody call Matt Jones.
Yeah.
7-7. Leopards going to be on offense here. And they will start at the 10-yard line once again.
That was right.
Hardeman and Dupree in alongside their quarterback. Justin James in at a offset fullback. Give up the middle. Dupree cuts the outside down to the 6-yard line.
Nice run there. Dupree, as we talked about him last week, he takes his time, he looks at waits for his blockers to to form in front of him, and does a real nice job on first down and picks up, looks like he picked up about 4 yards.
Bedford and Holman come in for the Leopards. Twins left, split right. Bryson Barnes isolated on the far side of the field.
Watch Holman out there in the flat pass for a pass.
Warford takes a snap. Takes the game, going to keep it. Left side, he's in. Touchdown, Malvern.
That was quick. Warford sent everybody to the right. He turned around and took over the left side, and everybody had gone to the right with Dupree, and Austin just sprinted into the end zone untouched. Big PAT here for the Leopards to really put some pressure on these Panthers.
Torres sets up. Golden to get in the hole. Good snap. Kicks away. Block.
What?
It is good.
Good. I thought it was blocked. Sorry, I thought he blocked close to being blocked. Leopards really put the heat on the Panthers now. Not only did they go down and score, Mike, they went down and scored quickly. And that's got to make them think, oh my gosh, here they come.
Leopards have gotten the benefit of 3 turnovers tonight. A 4th now would really help.
Yes, it would.
14-7, Leopards lead. We are in our second overtime. as the defense trots out onto the field.
Defensive team's four plays away from sending the Leopards home 3-0 in the conference.
Hubbard working out a shotgun, takes a snap, rolls right. Cuts upfield, loses the football. He's down back at the 16-yard line.
Fortunate to get back on that ball, and fortunate there wasn't a Leopard around it too.
And that does help this Leopard defense. They spawn it again at the 16, second and goal from there. The Leopards leading 14-7. Defense, if the defense can make a stop, as Ron said, they'll start the conference 3-0. Hubbard working out a shotgun, twins right, twins left. Hubbard looking to throw, near side, has some pressure, hit as he lets it go, it's incomplete. It's going to bring up third and goal from the 16.
Big old Trey Broughton was in there and did a great job of not laying into him, just hit him enough to knock the ball off, and Leopards defense faces two more downs here. I'll get it out in a minute.
Third and 16.
We get a little excited here, especially. What a ball game.
It has been a great one. If you're a defensive coach. Hubbard again working out a shotgun. Swings to either side. Is Jones set up to his right, drops straight back. Looking to the left.
He's under pressure. He's under pressure.
He escapes one man, throws towards the end zone. It is incomplete. Incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down from the 16.
Well, I tell you what.
Is that a flag, Ron, on the far side?
I don't know. Devin Kirk was all over him. I mean, had pressure on him, all over him.
And it looks like maybe a piece of trash. Hopefully not a flag.
All right, here's the ball game right here. Fourth and ball game.
Malvern crowd on its feet, as is the fans on the far side.
You know what they've done here, the offense, you can't figure out this offense. They come out in the first overtime.
They're going to take time out.
They run out the first overtime, run a tight formation, run, and they have a success with it. Now they come out in their spread throwing it, and so far have not been successful. So maybe they're trying to throw the Leopard defense off. I don't know.
Well, it's come down to this. It's fourth and goal from the 16-yard line. And Leopards leading here in double overtime, 14-7. If Ashdown's got to get in the end zone.
The ball game had ended, of course, 0-0 after 4 quarters, and we're excited. We're getting a little hoarse.
Way hoarse.
But it's worth it.
Calling the Hogs tomorrow is going to be difficult.
Yeah. Once again, all the Leopards gathered up around Coach Fogelman on his side, and here come the Panthers back out for hopefully their last offensive play.
Defense comes out. Leopard fans on their feet. Trips right, split left. Hubbard working out a shotgun, takes a snap, drops straight back.
Pressure.
Throws towards the end zone. It is incomplete. The Leopards win 14-7. Leopards win a tough one at Ashdown against a very good football team.
Yeah, plus, I'm really glad that Ashdown's got their black on tonight, and I hope somebody tells them, because they can go in mourning, and the Leopards come down here, do what it takes to win this one in overtime, and you can't say enough about this Leopard defense. We talk about Ashdowns and everything, but what a great stand with these Leopards.